Good day. This story was told to us by my dad. His name was Patrick Favel, Antoine, and he became, I guess, an inmate at Delmas Residential from the time he was 6 years old. And he tried to run away from there before, too. Him and another man from the reserve who is now also since passed away. His name was Edwin Semagnis. They were 6 years old, and they tried to run away from the residential school in the winter time. And they were running down the tracks, heading to where they thought the reserve was. And the horses, the priests were riding horses, and they chased them down and took them back to the residence. Must have been a horrible time for my dad, as he was actually an altar boy and a choir boy, and with all the togetherness with the priests and all that we know about that past, I can only surmise it must have been horrible, and that's why he ran. Later on that year, too, as well, the children had, what was said was, Delmas Residential School burnt down in the middle of the night, on one of the coldest nights in January. And what was said about that time from the kids was that they were told by the older kids to keep their clothes on underneath their bedclothes and to stay awake and listen. And whoever it was that started the fire, and I'm sure the children know, they alerted each other and they helped each other out of the building so that they were all safe. There was absolutely no fatalities at all in that fire. That was an amazing, amazing feat of bravery on the part of the children. At that time, though, because residential school was the law, what they did was they then shipped the kids off to Duck Lake Residential, which was further from home. And but at that time, there was even stories about one of my relatives, even the late Don Poyak. There were stories of younger people saying that he used to hold groups of children together and they'd converse in Cree quietly, way far away from the priests and the nuns, because they felt it was important that they keep learning and speaking the Cree language. I'm sure there's a lot more stories of resilience from our parents and our grandparents that we are unaware about. These two I know on a personal basis did happen. It's not recorded anywhere. And I'm sure there's many stories like that as well.